there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged and my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. Copyright Act of 1976 is in my description. Once more, it's not personal. Carlos King. So we need to talk about Carlos King and Tisha's comments. More gaslighting. So Tisha has this long post on her Instagram, and we'll talk about that in a second. But Carlos King's comment basically was, I'm so grateful you haven't allowed the negative people or the negative comments to change who you are. You're still the same sweet woman I met 7 years ago, and your confidence and strength shines through. Continue to soar. I am proud of you. See, this is what Tisha doesn't realize is Carlos King wants these people to stay in bad marriages and stay in dysfunction, and that's what Carlos King was fighting so hard for Mel and Tel to get back together, because he wanted to continue to profit off of the humiliation and the disrespect and the dysfunction. And obviously, since that is completely gone up in flames, he needs a new couple to push, and that's not going to be ever Kimmy and Maurice. So now we're trying to make Marceau and Tisha happen. And I think it's a huge mistake. I don't think that Tisha, if you can't even handle when Mel and Tel were the focal point and you couldn't handle the criticism or haters or trolls or whatever, and you almost quit the show, and then you confirmed last night that basically for years your marriage has just been a disaster with Marceau, and you guys have talked about just splitting up for good on multiple occasions, and it almost happened within the last year this time. Like, it's just not a good look. It just feels like you guys are just staying together for bragging rights, just to say that you're still a married couple for X amount of years on TV. But I don't see happiness. I don't see anything that's, genuine. Carlos, the scene even yesterday with the blow up with Martell, really Marceau, he kind of was just, gaslighting the situation, but really I didn't really feel like he defended anything that Martell said about Tisha. Like, basically, you were called Tisha, Martell essentially was shaming you, was basically calling you, from what I interpreted, as a 304, as a pass around back in college, and that he allegedly saw at least one of your hookups and could have had you too, and Marceau did not say a thing. And it's like, this is the marriage that you want for real? Somebody who is not going to defend you, somebody who is not going to stand 10 toes down for you, and all of these things, but you're concerned about optics and whether or not he wears a ring? Like I just said in my previous video, a ring don't mean a thing. Ring or not, if Marceau's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. And I love how the goalpost keeps changing, right? First, we went from regarding the Scotts that their husbands don't cheat at all, and that Martell and Mel were liars, right? That was the first narrative in the earlier seasons. Then the goalpost has moved that if the cheating happened, it was so early on in the relationship / marriage that it's not substantial enough for them to leave their marriages. Then the goalpost moved again, that even if the cheating happened at any point in the marriage, whether past or present or whatever, that they're still not going to go anywhere. It's not going to force them to break up. And I think this is the part that people are not understanding. Nobody is saying that, well, except for Martell, but outside of Martell, nobody cares if you guys stay together or not. I don't. It doesn't impact me or anybody else whether or not y'all stay together. The issue at hand is people feel y'all aren't being as transparent. Y'all keep alluding to all these issues, but you guys don't dig deep and dive right into it. Just like last night's episode, you basically say y'all almost got divorced. Marceau said earlier in the season y'all almost got divorced, but y'all don't say why. Y'all don't say what the issues were. Y'all don't say, you kind of confirmed without confirming you were separated.
but didn't really want to let that cat out the bag. Just basically wants to put everything up and wrap everything up in a bow, as if, you know, we're supposed to all be mind readers and just think, oh, they just had a little bump in the road, everything's fine now. No. It sounds way more serious than that. It sounds way more significant than that. And I can't believe Letitia is her takeaway from last night's episode and regarding the scenes with Marceau is that this is about authenticity and vulnerability. Because tell me what you think about this post that she made, you guys, that completely, for me, misses the mark. So she clips that scene at the jewelry store with Marceau, and talking about what the ring means and all that, and why Marceau basically hasn't been wearing his ring for years, and now all of a sudden he wants to wear it because Martell, you know, shamed his wife. So now all of a sudden he wants to make the presentation of a husband, but not act like a husband. And so Letitia's post, and this is from where Carlos King's comment is from, it says, I live in it, but I don't let it consume me. Well, you just confirmed that you're still concerned 9 seasons later on what the fans say about you, so it has consumed you. Know your worth and take the necessary steps to redefine you. Well, Tisha, knowing your worth would be not staying in a terrible marriage just for bragging rights, just to say legally that you have a husband. And obviously it has been smoke and mirrors for several years now, but nonetheless, you guys essentially just confirm that you're staying together to stay together, which isn't the flex you think it is. We have to understand as human beings that we're more than our struggles. We should take a moment to breathe, sit in silence, and rail in ourselves. I think she meant reel in ourselves, not rail in ourselves. But nonetheless, this is Tisha. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your light when you can't see it for yourself. Find healing in therapy. That's not weakness, that is courage. When the world feels heavy, take a look in the mirror and pour back into yourself. You are resilient. You are worthy. You are kind. You are smart. That's literally a comment that Destiny made that I'm going to get to in a moment. You're worthy. You are still here, and that is enough. We have to take care of ourselves. And here goes a reference to Carlos, right? We have to take care of ourselves first. And it says real raw conversations. Hashtag the Scotts, hashtag Owen TV, hashtag Letitia Scott, hashtag Marceau Scott, hashtag LAMH, you boys. No, Tisha. No. I think you've got this all completely wrong. And of course, Letitia Pearson is in these comments, you guys. She's in these comments because she knows exactly what Letitia Scott is going through. like, make it make sense. She gives a dissertation and was like, this is such a genuine moment. You're absolutely beautiful inside and out. Truly admire how you embrace who you are despite the challenges. No matter what, keep being unapologetically you. You're so inspiring and the world needs your unique light. And Tisha said, thank you, sis. And so then she says, leaves another comment and says, love this, come through with the affirmations. Then Destiny, in which Tisha has not responded to yet. Even though it's clear Tisha has been active since Destiny has made this comment because she's responding to other comments. It says, to my beautiful T, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are kind, you are smart. You are smart, you're a guy, you're a friend, you're a mother, you're a wife, a boss, and a daughter. You are amazing, you are strength. Never forget how extraordinary you are. I see you, I celebrate you. Oh, Destiny is celebrating Tisha, allowing Martell to, you and Martell planning to ambush Marceau and expose, quote unquote, his alleged cheating. Is it, you celebrating Tisha, celebrating her past of Martell basically calling her a 304 and a pass around and that he could have had her? That is celebrating somebody, Destiny? Is that Destiny? You sitting there even after the blow up that Martell and Marceau have, of sitting there letting Martell continue to talk spicy about Tisha and talk about how she lets Marceau respectfully cheat as well? Like, make it make sense. Tisha, for the millionth time, Destiny's not your friend. Destiny is loyal to nobody but herself. And, it's so obvious that this scene with the ring was you guys trying to prove something after Martell's blow up. And it just seems not less authentic than ever as far as I'm concerned. But the fact that there's been so many seasons at this point, and you guys still don't get it. I think Marceau gets it, right? Marceau gets it. He's going to get that if he has an opportunity to take Martell's spot as the leading man, he is going to put on a show of a lifetime to try to sell it as a power couple. You see now that Marceau has lost weight. You see now Marceau is trying to, wear nice suits now and upgrade his look. I see all of this from a mile away, you guys. And Letitia stepped up her fashion game and her style game and her makeup game and all this. But it is still very apparent that her self-esteem is not where it needs to be. Her confidence is not where it needs to be. And she still is letting negativity define, what this is. Basically, you're saying, hey, we're just going to stay together to block out the haters, which is what Carlos King was hoping when he encouraged Mel to not take time and delay the show, but instead put on the show the cheating, and that is going to be healing for her and inspiring to other women who have been cheated on, and not triggering for women who have been cheated on. And you thought, Carlos, that Mel and Tel were just going to stay together through the cheating, because according to you, on several occasions, you don't find cheating to be a deal breaker. Make it make sense. So potentially bringing home STDs is not a deal breaker. Potentially getting somebody else is pregnant is not a deal breaker. Like there's consequences of cheating. And if somebody's going to continue to cheat, obviously they don't give a crap about their marriage or their family or anything else. But obviously you had to reel in somebody in the Love and Marriage Huntsville Core 6 to try to, be the new couple to promote and flash around like a pony to everybody. So here we are. But I don't think this is going to end well, you guys. I think the more exposure and the harder that Carlos King is pushing to make Marceau and Tisha happen is going to open up the door for way more criticism and things than what they've been receiving. And I think it's a huge mistake. You want the attention that the Holtz had? You want the spotlight and everything else that the Holtz had? You think that's a good idea? And you can barely handle now, after 9 seasons, after all these years, anybody who says anything that is not praising you or gives constructive criticism, that you guys turn everything that's constructive criticism into hatred, into trolling, and all these other things. No. It is going to be 100 times worse. So this is a disaster. This is not the flex that you think this is, like I said in a previous video, and I don't see this ending well in any capacity. Because like I said, just staying married, just to stay married, to brag about how many years you have, or to brag as an argument against the haters, but still there's obviously significant issues there, isn't flexing. Instead, it is just basically saying that you are settling. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.